Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, yes, I got thumbs up. Woo. We're in biz. Excellent. Tell me. Sure, give me 1 second. This is Conti. Can you hear us at Conti? At Conti? Anybody? I don't know that they're there at Conti, though. How about North Broward? Can you hear us at North Broward?
Yes, ma'am, we can, yes.
Fantastic. And I'm going to try Paul Ryan. Can you hear us at Paul Ryan?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
It's good to see you.
I miss working with you.
I know. Come on back.
I'll be there next year.
As soon as we're in biz, we come on back.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we're all good because nobody was in contact.
Your Honor?
Yes?
I apologize. Paul Ryan would ask the court if you could call Ms. Brooks first.
Give me 1 second. Yes. What's happening, Miss Brooks, today?
Hello.
Hi. So the situation is I wasn't able to get any feedback on any access. I was talking with the public defender, and as we're sitting here today waiting to get started, and he suggested to the court, maybe like a first step sober house, which I would be open to, which is not a structured, licensed type of facility program, but they are doing all substance use recovery work. So there would be 12-step, et cetera, and they are able to collaborate with other licensed providers. So that would give you something to help you in terms of, diverting out of the jail and getting you into a recovery-oriented housing situation. Are you interested in that?
I mean, I don't really need it, but I guess I'll take it. I really, really don't need it. You know what I mean? I'm not stressing it. But, whatever gets me out, I guess.
Well, we had a long conversation yesterday. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I sure do.
And, I thought it was, authentic. And the other thing is, when we're talking about what's driving you into justice involvement, we talked about, addiction disorders, right? All kinds of other, types of maybe unidentified mental health issues, because we know about the research involving women, correct? And trauma, we talked all about that. And, about how to break these, break really this history, correct? To start a new, positive, healthy.
Well, like I said, I'll do, whatever I can to get out or whatever.
There is, First Step has a parallel women's recovery house, Second Chances, which I think, because it is gender responsive, would be a much better fit for her. Could somebody, do you work with them?
They were in today.
So could I make a suggestion, just so I can get a little bit of structure built around this case management, madam, pretrial? If I would release her under pretrial to Second Chances or to First Step, but Second Chances would be my number one, correct? If you could maybe help with that? Yes, that I would order her in pending bed availability acceptance.
Pending verification, then I'll.
Is that the language you like?
Please.
Sure.
And, Your Honor, I'm emailing Second Chance now to advise them
Tell
to
her
pick
it's
up.
me. Also, that's making the recommendation to Second Chance.
Yes, and I'll take care of that right away, Judge.
So if you go there, Miss Brooks,
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the community. Because remember, we talked yesterday that you're really good with people, that you liked
Right.
working at a hotel, and you're really good with people, right? So it just, everybody here is trying to work on their own self-improvement, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you'll treat everybody nicely with respect?
Yeah.
And you're good at, I would assume then, everything we talked about, you're really good at conflict resolution, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Let's work on that for you,
Been a
okay?
manager before. I mean,
Yeah.
I work.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
don't have to do the second chance, they must pick her up. Is that correct?
Everybody has to pick up. Nobody takes anybody
Right,
anywhere
but I'm
anymore.
just making sure
Yeah.
I'm to right.
There's
custody
no
to custody.
BSO transport. They would have to pick up, yes.
So, Judge, the order would read.
No alcohol, no
pretrial release.
intoxicants. Could I think about it for just a moment, just so I can get my conditions right? That she would reside there, would not leave that placement, that she has to abide by all the rules, right,
Yeah.
of second chance or first step. I would give an alternative to first step. No alcohol, no intoxicants, that's a big deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Huh? Did you say something? I'm sorry. No, I'm choosing. First step, second chance is number one. Then as an alternative. Right. And no new criminal offenses.
Right.
And, that's it for now. I think
Yeah.
that would be good. That would be a great start,
Okay.
right?
Right, yeah.
All right.
Pending verification on that.
Yes. But will you contact them for me or somebody? Who will contact them for me?
I'm reaching out to Second
Emailing
Chance
them right
now,
now.
letting her know that Ms. Brooks was released to pretrial release, standard level custody to custody transfer, follow all program rules, no alcohol intoxicants.
No, and no leaving the residence without, no change of residence without court
Yeah.
And just to
approval.
clarify, it was pending verification of the bed, so if she says there's a bed, then we'll process the order.
And I'm giving her your email address, Ms. Hardy?
You can include.
Okay, Ms. Brooks, I think that's a really great decision.
Yes, ma'am.
I do. I really
Yes,
want the best
ma'am.
for you, I do.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Take care.
Yeah, okay, so when does this start? Like, what are we doing? How's this go?
Well, it's a process. We're trying to figure out, we have to contact them and see if there's bed availability. And if there is, then you'll start the release process, okay? And they'll
Okay.
come and get you. And be very kind to them, okay?
All right.
Excellent.
Thank you.
No, I think we're good. As best we can be. Jillian Mata,
Main jail, ma'am?
I'm back. Thank you. And good afternoon, Ms. Mata. First of all, this is a first appearance hearing, and I wanted to let you know that the purpose of this hearing is rather limited. All we're doing here at this particular session is I'm going to determine whether or not there's probable cause, and then I am going to determine whether or not there's bond, correct? And any potential bond conditions. I am not going to be your judge, and anything that happens here today could always be brought to your circuit judge, correct? And if the case is filed, or to its assigned judge, all right? So I just wanted to caution you, please don't say anything. Anything you say could be used against you, correct? You have the right to remain silent. It's a serious allegations. And first of all, you have been arrested on one count of attempted felony murder. I did review the probable cause affidavit, and I did find probable cause. And so I would like to hear from the state, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, I apologize. The state is asking for a no bond hold, proof evident or presumption grade.
And defense, did you want to respond?
Judge, I would argue that this is more in the nature of an aggravated battery rather than attempted murder. and I would ask the court to find probable cause for that instead of attempted murder. I would argue against the court finding proof is evident or presumption is great based solely on a 2-paragraph probable cause affidavit. I believe that more needs to be done in order for the court to be comfortable that proof is evident or presumption is great. So that's, beyond that, I will save any future arguments for another day.
Thank you. And did you want to respond to that? Can you speak into your mic, or can you raise your, there you go.
Yes, Your Honor. The state would just argue that the defendant admitted to stabbing the victim, so there was serious bodily injury.
Thank you. I will go ahead and hold the defendant no bond based on proof, evident, presumption great, in the event that, obviously no contact, direct or indirect, if that no bond ruling is disturbed, but if it is changed in any way, I know that there'll be
Judge,
other conditions.
If I may just briefly, the court can still use its discretion in setting a bond. We would just ask the court to use that discretion. I can tell the court that she has one child that's age 6. She's lived here in South Florida for over 23 years. She's a makeup artist at Macy's. She indicated to me that she has a little bit of money, but very little, be $300. But we would ask the court to consider setting a bond in this case so that she can at least try to bond out or maybe get some help to bond out.
Okay, well, she could apply to her circuit assigned judge. Thank you very much, and no contact. Ali Dion Dumais,
He refused to attend, Your Honor.
he refused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do I need to do?
May I have one moment, please?
Yes. Is this person been reset before? If so, how many times? It looks like this might be the first set because it's dated 3/20. Thank you very much. I appreciate that information. Dana Myers. Dana Myers.
No problem, Your Honor.
Thank you. Reset. Hi, Miss Myers.
So,
First of all, how are you doing? Could you talk?
yes,
Okay. Do you have a place to live?
yes. I had a place to stay before.
Uh-huh. Where were you living?
I was 1107 Northwest Turnpike.
Uh-huh. Any family or friends here? Do you have any family here?
Well, yeah,
Who is here? Who do you have?
I have my own family.
You what?
I have my family.
Mm-hmm.
You myself and I.
I'm sorry? You
And
said
my
you're
kids.
okay. How many children do you have?
4.
And do you know how old they are? How old are they?
13, 14.
Uh-huh. And do you work?
No,
Do you receive any kind of disability? Any disability?
No.
Have you ever gone to Henderson? Are you a client of Henderson's Behavioral Health Center?
Yes.
Yes, you are. And do you go to a particular branch?
The one from Safe Place,
From where?
from Lake City.
I couldn't understand that. I'm
I
sorry.
went to Gloria House. I went to Henderson. I went to the one in Las Olas.
Okay, so you're talking about like hospitals?
You said Henderson's, right?
Yeah. Henderson Behavioral
Yeah.
Health Center, like mental
Uh-huh.
health services.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I went there. I mean,
Would you like? Let me ask you this. Would you like me to have you go over to their central receiving center so you could talk to them, make sure you're doing okay? And they'll come and they'll actually take you. Make sure that you're feeling okay mentally, that if you need any services, any medications, and talk to some social workers. Would you be interested in that? They'll come and pick you up. And they have a really nice central receiving system, a place that you could, get something to eat and all that. No? Is that a no? Or is that a yes?
sure.
Okay.
But on the accounts of me being,
Well, I would like to try to release you. That's why I'm asking, going through these questions. I'm trying to see if I can get you released, get you, see what's happening from a mental health vantage point, from a personal
but
vantage
every
point.
time, yeah, because every time I come out my come outside, I'm always being put down or told I can't come over here. I'm resisting. I'm doing something stupid,
Uh-huh.
which usually I'm not.
Right. Right. Okay, no worries. Thank you.
So yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Excellent. So that's the plan, okay? I'm going to release you. They're going to pick you up and they'll bring you over to the Henderson Central Receiving Center. And then you could talk to them and see what you need.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm done. Thanks. I think that, does anybody have a short order? If they feel after they screen her that, she meets criteria, they'll take those steps there. And that way, I can get her out more expeditiously. I just need a short order. I'll draft it, please, if you don't mind. Hey, it's me. How are you? I'm good. I have a defendant in first appearance that I'd like to get over to the central receiving system. They'll take them tonight, correct? No, I mean, they're still picking up, correct? Yeah, just to I just want to make sure, just, because everything's so, disrupted. where you gonna call me back at? No, but I mean, are you gonna call me back at the first at the magistrate courtroom? Okay. Do the number, yeah, the seven, I'm at 7761. Thank you. You can go ahead and transfer her into my division, into the mental health court whenever that may be set. Who knows? Who knows? Let's get back to it. Okay, I have a Brent Fetterman. Brent Fetterman. Oh, Mr. Fetterman, hello. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? I can't hear him.
There's a button on the microphone in front of you. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Sir, this is first appearance hearing. This is a very limited hearing to determine probable cause and to determine bond. And just for the record, you have been arrested on one count of burglary, occupied structure, unarmed during a state of emergency, also one count of criminal mischief. I did find probable cause on all counts.
Your Honor,
Yes?
I would like to make a probable cause argument as to count one. I don't believe the state of emergency aggravator is applicable in this case.
I'm not so sure about that in this case.
Okay.
I'm
Can I
not so
have-
sure about that in this case.
One moment, Your Honor.
You know, in terms of proximate cause, I can't say. It's really a question of fact. While he's looking up, while he's reviewing, are you receiving treatment in the jail, sir?
I have substance abuse issues and mental health, and so no, I'm not.
Are you getting, I mean, have you been screened for any medication in the jail?
Yes.
Okay, good. 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 Do you have
I need out services like for my substance abuse and mental health, though. I think.
Okay. You know, I'm very confident you're going to be able to, you know, access care, correct?
Or yes.
Definitely. Very, very confident. I preside over 2 treatment courts here in this circuit, both on the lower level, but most definitely you will.
Oh.
Okay?
Your Honor,
Yes.
good afternoon, Alina Avalos on behalf of the state. I would just ask if Your Honor can find that because it is a residence located at 948 Southwest 10th Drive, Pompano Beach, that Your Honor would find that it is a dwelling rather than a structure.
I'm not sure what it is. with all due respect, it's unclear based on the four corners of the affidavit. Please don't comment, I just don't want the defendant to say anything, okay? Because anything you say can be used against you, and you do have the right to remain silent. And the reason that I am saying that is it's unclear to me whether this is some kind of a living recovery center or home. I don't know if it's a dwelling or it's a group living type of dynamic. I can't comment on that. I don't know. It's vague from the review.
Affidavit, Your Honor, did say that it was a home, entry to a home. On the second page, the last paragraph of the probable cause affidavit.
Right, but it might be, it said to inform the occupants. One second. And then it says the defendant, if you go to the last page, the defendant, it's a halfway house. And I don't know if a halfway house is defined as a dwelling or something else. I don't know under the statutes. That's why I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, can we talk about bond for just a moment?
Can we finish with the state of emergency issue?
Go ahead.
Okay, so according to the statute, in order for the state of emergency aggravator to apply, the perpetration of the burglary must be facilitated by conditions arising from the emergency. And according to the language of the statute, the term conditions arising from the emergency means civil unrest, power outages, curfews, voluntary or mandatory evacuations, or a reduction in the presence of or response time for first responders or Homeland Security personnel. I do not see how that is applicable to this scenario.
Can you repeat the delineation of that for me?
Which one, Jen?
Just go through that whole line
Okay.
of the factors so I could try to understand where they're coming from.
Conditions arising from the emergency means civil unrest, power outages, curfews, voluntary or mandatory evacuations, or a reduction in the presence of or response time for first responders or Homeland Security personnel.
All right, I'll strike it.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. Okay, so no probable cause as to state of emergency. Can we talk about bond?
Judge, we were going to ask the court to release Mr. Fetterman to pretrial services and to First Step Sober House.
No.
He is a 7-year resident of South Florida. He has been homeless for the past 6 months.
Hello? Hi. I'm good. At the central, we're talking about the central receiving center. So what do I have to get that faxed over to Henderson? Okay. So get it to you. Who has that order for Henderson? Who has the order? It's what? What elements would that be?
The name, the case number?
Okay, you can't put the style in?
No, I can't do it.
Oh, okay. The clerk can write it in for me.
Also, Your Honor.
One sec.
To be transported by VSO.
They will transport. They'll come and get them. Yes. Henderson does pickups. Yes, thank you. Okay, fantastic, thank you. No, I'm not comfortable with that. We've got significant suicide risk right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm wondering if, the thing is, I can't divert a felony without some kind of permission.
Oh, yes, I understand, Your Honor.
So I'm not, right now, I think that, let's see if I can get to. Sir, have you been, recently in any, particular, I don't want to ask that on the line, forget it. Can you call him and see, can you call him? See
Mr.
if-
Fetterman?
Yes.
Yes,
I think he just left. Huh? I wanted to know if he's been in any psychiatric hospitals recently. I have another question. I have a defendant who was arrested and linked to a suicide attempt with other serious grounds. Do you think I'm able to get him to do a transportation order? Or it has to be through a circuit judge? It has to be through the circuit judge or something? Yes. I can? Okay. This is, no, seriously, because, my understanding is I couldn't. This is Brent Stephen Fetterman, Fetterm, as in Mary, A-N. Brent Stephen Fetterman. He's acknowledging both mental health and co-occurring substance. Ask him if he has any benefits. I'm not considering anything other than it. Okay. Hello? He's not. I don't feel he's safe in the community. Well, if he gets rejected under a Baker Act, he'll come back to you. He would only go on loan. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, let me check something out. Thanks. Could I review? Let me just go back on the record if you don't. Mr. Fetterman, can you hear
Okay.
us? Thank you.
This is Mr. Miller. I'm the public defender in bond court. I just spoke to you on the phone. I just wanted to put on the record that you're giving me permission to discuss what we talked about with the court. Okay. It's going to be part of the official record, but it's not going to be streamed over the world for the world to hear. Is that okay? Okay. So whenever you're ready, Judge.
Can you stand up, please? I can't hear. Thank you.
Simple assault, obstruction, and resisting law enforcement using threat and force. That was out of the state of New Jersey. In 2014, he was adjudicated on that case. Out of Pennsylvania, 2004, I have an assault and harassment adjudicated. 2008, I have an aggravated assault adjudicated. 2010, receiving stolen property, he was placed on probation. 2010, assaulting an officer. officer and driving with a suspended license, adjudicated. 2016, resisting arrest, violating the Controlled Substance Act. He was placed on probation, violated, and was adjudicated. I see another violation of that probation in 2016. A third violation of probation on the same count in 2016. I show an active warrant for the defendant out of Pennsylvania. It is not showing me the underlying cause. So that was Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I can go to Florida now. Just a moment. 2016 in the state of Florida, shoplifting and second-degree petty theft out of Stuart Police Department. He was adjudicated. 2017, aggravated battery. Defendant should have known victim was pregnant. That was dropped. 2017, failing to appear on 2 different occasions during the pendency of that case. 2017, violating the injunction against protection for domestic violence and contempt of court. He was given probation, violated the probation, and was subsequently adjudicated. 2018, failing to appear. The charge was burglary, possession of burglary tools with intent to use, and loitering and prowling. The end disposition of that case is not given. 2018, trespass on an occupied conveyance. He received a withhold. Does the court want me to continue?
Yes.
2019, disturbing peace, brawling and fighting, disorderly conduct. He received a withhold. 2019, he was arrested for grand theft of a motor vehicle and trespass. I don't see a disposition. I'd have to look to see if that's still open. And then this case is the last one that I'm showing on this record.
Thank
End
you.
of record.
Thank you very much. Did you want to proceed, Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to go off of stream, off the record. I don't
There we go, thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to say to Mr. Fetterman, thank you, first of all, for privately sharing that information with council. I do preside, as I indicated, over a specialized court. That information was very meaningful to me. And, we're talking, one issue we want to deal with before I move to the diversion issue is just bond generally, and I would like to hear from the state first, and then I'll hear from council.
Yes, Your Honor, the state would be asking for, a $3,500 bond, based on his, history, his criminal history. Also, some of these charges and convictions were out of different states, in different parts of Florida, so we do think that he would be considered a flight risk, so we would ask for a $3,500 bond, and, if he does get released on bond, Your Honor, the state would ask that he gets sent to some sort of a treatment facility based on the, facts alleged in the probable cause affidavit.
I could tell you right now, respectfully, at this juncture, no facility is gonna take him in the community. With the case as it is standing in this sequence. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe downstream, but where we are right now, I'm gonna do some diversion, but you're way ahead of yourself. I think that I would like to, obviously, no return to that location, no contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim. That he be oversaw by pretrial release, and that he be, and that, of course, he apply for mental health and substance use care through Henderson Behavioral Health Center. No weapons of any kind. And the mental health, behavioral health, as you call it, the substance use, mental health piece, whole health, is everything. You know that we're not holding court in a normal way right now, that we're under, this coronavirus emergency. You know that, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What I would like to do, and if you have severe objections about it, I don't have to enter this order. This is kind of unusual in the sense that I feel like it's important, but I'm just letting you know, I would like to see if I can move you out of the jail and get you into an acute care facility, a psychiatric acute care facility where, they can screen you, you'll be in a hospital-like setting. And if you, excuse me one second, I apologize. So if that's agreeable with you, I can't guarantee admission, but, I would like to try, correct?
Yes, ma'am. It's fine with me.
All right, excellent. So, I would concur with the $3,500 bond, no contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim in this case. That's critical. And of course, no return to that location, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for helping us
When would
also.
excuse me, Honor, when would I know if, I would be picked up by Henderson or something?
You will know if when in fact, if, you get transported,
Okay.
all right?
All
Okay,
right, thank you.
thank you.
I feel it's my duty to advise the court that he is homeless and he has no ability to post a bond and no one to post a bond for him.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Let's do, I say, maybe do first things first, and we can address that at a second look. Do you see what I'm saying? No doors are being closed.
Yes, ma'am.
Just my clarification, we're doing standard pretrial $3,500 if he posts a bond.
In the event of bonding, yeah.
Right, then he'll be on pretrial. I know the court says you want him to appear, so I'm gonna do monthly at least once and call him. Here's the order.
No, it would be direct. It's not that. It's to find out, I would refer him to Henderson. Not, you have substance use. It's not, it's Henderson.
Okay, so you want mental.
They do, they're integrated. They do everything. It's behavioral health. Henderson is behavioral health, which is both, everything. I did.
So is BSO transporting or the program is leaving that? I'm sorry, Judge.
No, we're not, no, this is, I'm issuing an emergency transport order first.
No, this is for Daniel Myers.
Oh, you didn't say that, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Your Honor. So she said, according to what was spoken on the phone, she said Henderson won't be done. But the order says contrary.
Is that going to, she's the one who's going to the Henderson Centralized Receiving Center.
Exactly. With
The
different-
Henderson picks them up.
Exactly. So I'll need a corrected order because your order says BSO transport.
It is law enforcement. They use law enforcement.
No, we're not transporting. Henderson's gonna come from the jail to pick them up.
Okay. I think they use law enforcement. Hey, just a question, just a clarification question, for me. When Henderson comes, through using the centralized receiving center, do they use law enforcement? Who, and who actually does that? Oh, huh. All right. I don't know why when I always thought it was law enforcement that they work with, that they partner with. Okay, thanks. No, it's about right, not, no. Right now, these are felony arrests. I might reverse myself on Ms. Myers and send her over to an acute care facility. I was gonna go CRC. I think I'm gonna reverse myself. Okay, rip up that order if you would. Would you rip that up, please? I'm gonna change my position. Okay. So you're gonna get this, correct, in order to get it to the jail? To fax it to the jail? Are you able to put it, case number?
You want that scanned too?
That has to go to Rakalia.
Okay, so I'll scan it to Kyle.
Thank you. Oh, no, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. see the Myers, can I get the Myers information back on Dana? I just crossed that out. Okay, thank you. If you could just add the case number and get that to Rakaya, that would be great. Okay, so where does that leave us? To first look? Okay, are we on the first look docket? Second look docket, rather? Yes. Could somebody help me? I'd appreciate it.
Eric Pinder?
Eric?
Pinder.
Eric Pinder.
No problem, John.
Thank you so much. Hi, Mr. Pinder, how are you?
I'm doing good, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm good, thank you.
This case hasn't been filed yet, Your Honor.
What kind of case is it?
It's an illegal use of a credit card.
Okay. And, what was the bond?
The bond was $5,000, Your Honor.
And did he not qualify for any kind of,
Judge?
Yeah?
He is entitled to release on his own recognizance because
Yeah,
the state has failed to file within 33 days.
Well, is there a motion on the table for release?
That's why he's here, Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't presented clearly. It's granted.
Thank you, Judge.
If you can prepare that order, thank you.
Thank you.
If there's a motion for
you
release, for failure to file it timely, please say so. Thank you. Please say so. Save us a lot of time. And who's next?
John Slayback, it's also a motion for our order, Your Honor.
Thank you. What site?
At Paul Ryan, Judge.
Thank you.
If I may, I
Please.
spoke to him earlier. The state has filed in this case, so
State
he's
did
not
file.
entitled to release.
Okay.
And I advised Mr. Slayback of that, and with the court permission, I'm going to waive his presence for the purposes of today's hearing.
So noted.
Thank you.
And who's next?
We did Brooks. Isham on page, sorry, Keenan, Christopher Keenan, page 2 and 3 of the misdemeanor second look docket.
Thank you. Is Mr. Keenan there?
Yes, ma'am, he is.
Thank you.
Yes, he's in a wheelchair, so if you give him a minute, please.
Of course. Let's see, what do I need? Hi, Mr. Mr. Keenan.
Hello.
How you doing today?
Not too good.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Didn't you have lunch?
Nope.
Oh no, that's terrible. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and ROR you, okay? Ask them to give you some lunch.
Your Honor, the state has an offer.
He's not able to proceed. Okay, thank you. You're gonna be released, Mr. Keenan. Yes. I think Stephen represents him. Mr. Shea.
Yes, ma'am. I've notified him that the case was up. I'll just let him know he's being ROR'd.
Thank you. Is that it? Or was there somebody
Judge,
else?
On page 3 of the misdemeanor second look docket is Ahmad Isham.
Yes. And that was who I think Judge Paul was here for.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good. I forgot, what was the nature of the offense? Okay, are you interested in resolving your case today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
If it's in my benefit, yes, ma'am.
Well, that's your call, yes.
Your Honor, we've received communication from Mr. Isham's line attorney, his division attorney, and she indicated that it's fine for him to go forward with a plea today if he wants to.
Thank you.
And may I speak to him real briefly?
Of course.
Mr. Isham, I can do it right here.
Sure.
I asked some of my colleagues the question you asked me earlier, how long can they hold you? And the answer is a reasonable amount of time that has been interpreted as 30 days. Okay?
Yes, sir. So, but there's no possible way that this judge can give me a bond on that case.
I do not believe this judge has legal authority to give you a bond in was it Marion County?
I think it's
Yes,
Polk, isn't it?
Marion County, because I
Marion.
didn't even know I had a warrant. It's a year old. I didn't even know I had a warrant.
But with sir, respectfully,
Yes, ma'am.
we're in the 17th Judicial Circuit in Broward County. We don't have any authority in any other county in the state of Florida or anywhere else.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Sure.
That's how I get in.
Yeah. So I would, no worries. I would offer you a withholding of adjudication, no conviction, no return to that location. There's court costs. I can give you as much time as you may need to pay your costs. How much time would you like? It's $293. As much time as you need. 12 months?
Yes, ma'am. You'll be fine. Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
And just no return.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll find a factual basis, no involuntary intelligent waiver. You're all set.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Sure. And waive, yeah. Waive them both. Anybody else?
Who?
Sorry, that got a little confused.
Down on the docket.
Your Honor, we
Yes?
still have two at main jail, Mr. Rivera
Okay.
and Mr. Dukes.
Mr. Rivera, I wonder what docket that is. Okay, that's a motion for a release?
Yes, ma'am. One moment, Judge. What's the first name?
Mr.
First
who?
name is Elliot Rivera.
Mr. Rivera, he can come up.
Come on, sir.
Thank you. And just let me know the status date whenever you're ready.
Mr. Rivera is currently on an out-of-state hold. The state is going to make an offer today.
No, I thought this was a motion for release. Is an information been filed upon? It has been filed. Okay, and the nature of the offense? Thank you. were you interested in entering a plea today, sir, on your case?
Yes, ma'am.
If you wanted, go ahead, I'm sorry.
The problem, Judge,
Is?
is I don't know, and I think it does.
Okay.
The out-of-state hold is for violation of
Oh, is it?
parole.
Oh,
And I can't imagine that this would not have some bearing on that.
I don't think they're gonna do anything if this is pending, just so you know. In other words, it kind of works almost like an immigration issue,
Yes, ma'am.
procedurally. First A, then B, not B, then A.
So if he
you want
pleads
me
this
to-
case
do you want
out,
me
if
to
he
check
accepts the
with
state's offer, he
Wakaya?
probably violates his parole. If he doesn't, even though he's already ROR'd on this charge,
Oh, he is ROR.
the other state will not continue to, will not come get him until this case is resolved.
Yeah,
So
somewhat
he's-
of a conundrum, so it seems. Well, did you talk to him privately?
I did talk to him, Judge. He indicated that he wanted to try to plead this case out today. Sir, you understand that if you plea, I knew that you were ROR'd here. I didn't know what the hold in New York was for, but it's a parole violation. So if you were to plea out, it's probably gonna have an effect on your parole. They can probably use that against you. So it's up to you. You're kind of between a rock and a hard place because, if you were to take the plea today, they will probably transport you back to New York, but it may end up hurting you. If you don't take the plea today, New York's not gonna come to get you until this case is resolved. So, it's really up to you as to how you wanna handle this.
Me, I won't plead guilty. I want New York to come and get me.
Okay.
Okay,
I would offer a withholding of adjudication, no adjudication, no formal conviction.
And he did indicate.
Take
to
judicial
me-
notice of time served.
Yeah, he did indicate before he did wanna try to resolve it. I just wanted him to.
Of course, absolutely. Sure, could you raise your right hand for me, please, sir, as best you can? Do you solemnly, thank you. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Good,
Yes, ma'am.
you could put your hand down for me, thank you. So, the issue as your attorneys, with the public defender's office was describing for you, is potentially consequential in that, you have, it's resisting without, is that right, madam? You have one misdemeanor count here that you were arrested on for resisting or obstructing without violence. It carries up to a year, but, potentially in jail if there was a conviction. I'm not suggesting anybody would get the year of jail. I'm just telling you what the statute provides, correct? And then you also have this outstanding parole hold out of the state of New York. And so one doesn't get activated, until something happens. So something has to happen. And you've indicated to your attorneys and to the court indirectly that you do wish to resolve your case by plea today. Is that correct?
My understanding was this was a misdemeanor, and I was gonna get time served, and
Yes.
then push New York to come and get me, and that's why.
Yes,
I-
I'm just
I'm saying-
simply going through a colloquy for the record. I'm
Yeah,
just going
'cause
through,
here-
I'm just going through a legal colloquy for the record.
Yeah,
That's all I'm doing right now. That's what these questions are, correct? I have to do that in my job as a judge. Your understanding is correct.
No, I don't.
Okay. You don't understand that if you resolve your case by plea, it could have a negative impact on your parole in New York? I
Now
thought
know
that's,
that.
well, that's all I'm asking you.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
didn't
I'm
know that.
asking you. Good. So we understand that. And that anybody forcing you to make this decision, anybody promising you anything, giving you anything?
I don't even know what to say. I thought I was gonna get time served, so eventually New York come and pick me up as soon as possible.
I'm just doing my job, sir.
This is better than time served.
I'm just doing my job. I have to go through a series of questions for the record.
Can I get the ROR?
This is better than time served, sir. What the judge is offering you is better than
I'm
time
just-
served.
Okay, so I get that, I
Okay.
get that.
Okay, is anybody forcing you to make this decision?
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. I'll go ahead then. I'll find a factual basis, knowing voluntary intelligent waiver or counsel plea. You're all set. It's a withholding of adjudication, no adjudication, no conviction. I'll convert any cost for you. Good luck, correct?
Okay.
So was this a second look for Dukes?
Anybody else? Here, sir.
Your Honor, we have one more, Mr. Dukes.
Oh, it says, Judge, this is Alfonso Dukes.
Okay.
He's not on any docket that I possess.
Anybody know?
Do the add-on, right?
I couldn't hear, I'm sorry.
Or that paperwork that DJ had.
The one I just resolved?
Right, call for. Yeah, DJ had.
Mr. Dukes, we don't seem to have you on our docket today.
Okay.
What is he being held on? I'm just curious. Nobody knows? I apologize for any confusion.
It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. I think, is that it? Understood.
First